don't open them. Until the day we decided to move from that house, I discovered, wow, we have a huge mall in my backyard. Untouched and used. This happens, my friend. Go today and check out how many clothing you have you don't use. How many shoes you have, you as male or female, that you don't even use. How much jewelry you have, you don't use. And there are some people who are suffering today. Today I was reading in one of the Muslim Arab countries in the Middle East, people are looking for what? Not for fish or meat or chicken. They are looking for just simple bread, a loaf of bread. It's difficult for them to find a loaf of bread. A Muslim Arab country. We have to reach out to those people. Stay away from the dunya. Stay away. Imam Ali, when he speaks about muttaqin, the pious, he says, Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wassalam, sallallahu عظم الخالق في أنفسهم فصغر ما دونه في أعينهم. When God becomes greater in your eyes, in your heart, dunya becomes insignificant, very small. You don't get attached to it. One time I gave this example. In our neighborhood, there is a very affluent place called Newport Beach, California. Some of you are familiar with it. Our mosque is not too far from this. And there is an airport there, John Wayne Airport, Santa Ana Airport, Orange County Airport. Sometimes I go to Newport Beach to walk. It's a peaceful place, family friendly, very quiet. I pass by mansions. The average price is $20 million. The average price of a mansion. So huge, magnificent. But then sometimes I take off from the same airport and we go above the island, Newport Beach. I look at the same house. 2 days ago I was walking here, the house looked big. Now the house is so insignificant, so small. The house did not change, but my perspective has changed. I was walking next to the house, attached to the house, close to the house looked big. Now I'm above it, 2,000 feet, 3,000 feet above it, from a different altitude, from a different level. I'm not close to it now. It looks so small. This is the dunya, my friends. The more you get attached to the dunya, to your wealth, to your property, to your business, the more you forget about the akhirah. You forget about the akhirah. But if you allow yourself to detach yourself a little bit, and always keep in mind, how do you detach yourself? Always keep here in your mind that one day I'm going to leave. One day, this property, this car, this business, this office will not be mine. They're going to take me to a small grave, small hole. The Prophet ﷺ says, Man fi dunya dhayf, we are all guests. Guests. وَمَا فِي يَدِهِ عَارِيَةٌ, loaner. Whatever you have in your ownership is عَارِيَةٌ. عَارِيَةٌ means loaner. You have to give it back. وَالضَّيْفُ مُرْتَحِلٌ, the guest has to check out. We checked in, we're going to check out. I am here in a hotel 2 minutes away from here. I checked in Friday. I am checking out August 10th, inshallah. I'm checking out, I have to check out. This entire life is a hotel, my friends. It's a big hotel, believe me. We checked in, some of us 15 years ago, like this gentleman here, or 12. Some of us 60 years ago, like me, Mustafa al-Qazwini. Some of you 80 years, 90 years, inshallah, Allah bestows more health and life on you, inshallah, with prosperity. But we must check out. We have to check out. We have to prepare for that checkout. It's not for us here. We are here in temporary visa. Temporary visa. There is no residency in this. God says to the Prophet, we do not allow residency to anyone, including you. وَمَا جَعَلْنَا لِبَشَرٍ مِّن قَبْلِكَ الْخُلْدِ. Khuld means residence, eternity. No eternity here. So detach yourself. Once you detach yourself, you can save that money on that expensive shoes, on that expensive clothing, on that expensive ring or jewelry. Save it give it to people who are in need. You can do that. Many people are doing that. Many people says, why should I buy shoes for $200, $300? $50, $60 is enough. The rest, I can give it to a family in need. This family, I can save their dignity. I can save their lives. We can do that if we have the will. And this is the purpose of the majalis of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. This is why we are here. To understand life better and to get closer to the akhirah and to live up to our duties and our moral responsibilities. There are some women, people respect them for their jewelry, for their attire, for what they wear. But this respect is fake. But there are some women in our community, in our society, that people do not look at what they wear. People look at what they carry in their mind and their hearts, the values that they carry, the contribution that they provide. This is a real admiration. This is a real respect. This is what remains. When a lady can give through her mind and her heart. When a lady is attractive through her aql, her brain, her soul, her behavior and her manners. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The third thing that our women need to do, and of course our men too, but tonight it's about empowering our Muslim women, is sacrifice. Nothing in this life is free, my friends. The akhirah is too. God says in the akhirah, nothing is free. إِنَّمَا تُجْزَوْنَ مَا كُنْتُمْ إِنَّمَا تُجْزَوْنَ مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. You are rewarded today in the akhirah for what you have been working in this life. It's not a free. It's not a free. It requires sacrifice. But the family requires more sacrifice. And this is why a mother who sacrifices her life, she's not going to lose her children. She's not going to lose her family. She's going to see the best return. God is not going to let her down. Some women get frustrated. They work hard day and night. And then she wakes up one day, why I'm working? Why I'm wasting my time with those people around me? Nobody is appreciating. Remember, your sacrifice is not going to be wasted. Would not go in vain. Keep working, keep sacrificing. Be with your kids. Cut back. Sometimes I say to my sisters and mothers and daughters and friends, please, cut back at some of the engagements outside, some of the parties, the showers, the weddings, the whatever. Spend more time with your kids at home. Spend more times with your kids. They need you. We have two types of mothers today. One of them is only a babysitter, a nanny. Maybe she cooks, she cleans, only. But then there is another example. Not only she cooks and she cleans, she is murabbiya, a nurturer, a teacher, a mentor. You have to be from the second type, not the first one. A babysitter you can hire. You can hire from outside someone to clean your house. Someone who can cook for your kids. But someone to teach them and nurture them, impossible. This is your job. This is your duty. So spend time at home. Spend time at home. Cut back on other engagements. I'm not saying deprive yourself from your friends, but your priority should be always my kids, my family. They need me. They need you in this country. They need you during these times. The more time you spend with them, the more investment you do with them, the more reward you're going to get. Spend time. Teach them the values. Teach them the love for Islam. Teach them the love for Ahl-e-Bait alayhim salam. Teach your family. Inspire your family. We cannot bring someone from outside to teach our children the akhlaq. You are the builder. We have to build men and women. And the real builder is your mother, is your wife. My friends, the ancient Chinese, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, they tried to protect themselves against enemies and invasions. So what did they do? They built a huge wall. I've seen that wall. I climbed that wall many years ago. And many of you did. But then within the first 100 years of building that huge, gigantic wall, there were 3 invasions of China. 3 times. Armies invaded China. But they did not invade China. They did not climb the wall. They couldn't. The wall is too tall and difficult. What did they do? What did they do? They bribed the gods. They bribed the gods. So China, rather than building a human soul, they built a physical wall, thinking that this only physical wall can protect their land. They forgot about building a human character and a human soul. This is why they lost. The wall could not protect them. Why? Because the man was weak. Mothers did not work on their children. They did not build strong character for their children. They did not infuse their children with the principles of loyalty, with the principles of faith, with the principle of loving your land and your community and your people. They didn't. This is why they failed. They were invaded 3 times because of gods who sold themselves in return of some money. Mothers are the one who builds our characters. Today, if we have strong soldiers, it's because of their mothers. I heard a story today, just today, from a man from among you. A man who loves benevolence, who loves charity, who loves to help out. He said, it was my mother when I was a little kid. She used to cook food for our neighbor, poor neighbor, and she gave me the dish, and I take it to that poor neighbor. Once I knock at the door and she opens the door, I see the smile, the joy on her face. These pictures are still in my mind. These pictures encouraged me and inspired me to continue doing the benevolent work today. It was his mother. You all here, including me, we are the products of our mothers. We are here for Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein himself is the product of Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. The role of women is great, and we have to encourage them. We have to stand with them. The journey is long, and we are both into this. Today, when you go home, if your relationship with your mother is not good, if your relationship with your wife is not good, with your sister, with your daughter, go and fix it tonight. Fix your relationship with the female members of your family. Fix that relationship. It will earn you the pleasure of God, the mercy of God. You know what Imam Hussein did on the night of Ashura? Beside the prayers, the salat, beside the Quranic recitation, he spent most of his time taking care of the little babies, especially those who are females. Especially those who are females. Knowing that tomorrow they're going to be bereft of their father. You know, Imam Hussein, on the day of Ashura, part of his job was to defend the camp, but when he came to the farewell of his family, he spent half of his time with his sisters, with his daughters, the other half with Lady Sakina in the tent. He went inside the tent for a long period of time. She's only 5 years old. But Imam Hussein wants to set the record for us, an example for us, that your daughter is an amana. Your wife, your mother is a trust from God. Take care of them. This is the path of Ahl-e-Bait alayhi salam. Tonight is attributed to Habib ibn Mudahir. In fact, those women in the camp of Imam Hussein made a huge difference. It was those women, those wives, those daughters who encouraged their husbands and their fathers to stand with Imam Hussein. Let me share with you the story of Habib ibn Mudahir. on the eve of